DC the beat man.
So epic.
All right, we are back. Now, y'all saw the game, so you know we have to talk about it. The Vikings 30-point, I'm sorry, let me put some respect. 33-point comeback, because I saw 33-0 at one point in time. That's wild. Like, I'm sorry, let me put the banner on properly. Like, we just talked about comebacks, right? The Colts, I don't think, have done this back to back. But like, Byron, this is 33 points. Like this is tough. And I hate to be this guy, right? But Matt Ryan is on the team. So this is another like 28 plus point deficit that his team has lost. What's the bigger story? The Colts losing the game or the Vikings winning the game?
I think,
or the Vikings being down or being in that position to begin with.
All right, that was a loaded question. Let me break it down. Number one, the Vikings. I looked at a stat. The Vikings have the worst total defense in the league this year. Their defense is horrendous. They've had numerous games this season to where they came back and won. Numerous. Their record, I wouldn't say shouldn't be the way that it is because it is what it is. But a lot of their games, they have came back and won this season. I tip my hat off to the Vikings for doing so. Like I said, they've had numerous comeback wins and close possession wins and that all season. So I tip my hat off to them for doing that. I don't think that's sustainable in the playoffs, and we'll get to that soon. I don't think that's sustainable in the playoffs. I would say the bigger story here is the Colts blowing that game. Yeah, a team can come back down 33-0, but I just looked at a stat. They crossed the line. They crossed the midfield line one time in the second half, and when they did, they got a field goal. So you had no offense. No offense against one of the worst defensive teams in the NFL.
Which is also weird because you just dropped 33 points.
Right.
I didn't understand it.
Right. So I'm not sure if, and like I said, the Colts are, they're 4-9-1 or 4-10-1, something like that. So it's not like they've been winning a lot of games. Their coach got fired mid-season. So it's not like they've been winning a lot of games. They're a great team. I wouldn't say that they're a high-powered offense. I wouldn't even say that as well. So I think the bigger story is, are the Vikings overrated? Yes, they won the game. That's good. But you can't be leading your division because the Packers are terrible this year. The Lions are semi-decent, and the Bears are the Bears until they help Fields. When they get into the playoffs, it'll be interesting to see who they match up against. They'll probably get the Cowboys first round, most likely. They'll probably get the Cowboys first round. So we'll see how that game goes. Yeah. So they might get them the first round or second round. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, we've seen that before.
We've seen that
motivated too.
Yeah, we've seen that before. So, and they got spanked when they played them the last time. Then they lost. What, 40-3?
40-3. 40-3.
Yeah, 40-3. Yeah.
Those humbling losses help motivate you too for that second game going forward. So
it does. It does. But like I said, I don't think a team can consistently come back from behind and win,
right?
Especially in the playoffs. I think that's tough to do for anybody. I don't think that's a sustainable win. It's coming back from behind.
I can see that. Like, this team kind of gives me Bengals vibes last year for some reason. I think they have arguably the best offense in the NFL. It's just, I think mine and a lot of other people's trepidations is Kirk Cousins. Like, he's my fantasy quarterback, but sometimes Buddy be kind of, wavy. And I'm like, I need Kirk to be a little more consistent for me. So that's my only trepidation. But I do agree with you. When you're in the playoffs, you need a solid defense. Like, again, going back to my Panthers with 15-1, we get all the way to the Super Bowl. We had a good defense, but still lost to a great defense with a solid offense. So, I mean, you don't see too many teams with no defense and a quality
And they're
offense
11
winning. Like even the Chiefs, they won it. And like the year they won, they had a good defense. Green Bay, when they won with Aaron Rodgers, they had a top tier defense. So, I mean, like a top 10 at least. So, I mean, you got to fix that at some point in time. And I always thought the Vikings defense wasn't trash, but like it's sloppy too. Because again, you let 33 points in a short amount of time happen to, like, and the Colts aren't that great. So I like that is something to note as well. Real quick, does Jeff Saturday keep his job?
I think he does. I think Jeff Saturday's doing a good job. Being thrown into a situation mid-season that way. I know he was a consultant, but being thrown as a head man, getting people to buy in, getting the right guys in the locker room, I think that takes time. I think when we see coaches get fired a year after having a job or something like that, I don't agree with that. It takes time to get your personnel into locker rooms, whether it be coaching staff, whether it be players, whether it be draft picks. I mean, you got to get guys that fit your system and your philosophy of what you're trying to accomplish. And I mean, I would definitely say he has at least another year to at least allow him to establish himself and to grow. So I think he keeps his job. I don't know if he's calling the defense, calling the offense, or he's just a game manager. But at the end of the day, I think the team is rallying behind him. I mean, you're up 33-0. I mean, you've seen them in closer games this season, doing better since he took the helm. So I think he keeps his job. I think he keeps his job, especially Jim Irsay. He loves Saturday, so I mean, I think he keeps his job.
Okay. Now, if the Vikings lose in the first round, right? Do you break up the team? And when I say, let's not even say break up the team, because you can't lose those. I wouldn't want to lose that offense. But do you try to look to get a replacement for Kirk Cousins?
I can't blame Kirk Cousins for a bad defense. So if he had a top 5 defense, top 10 defense, and they can't win games, it's on him. Now, granted, it's very tough. When I was watching, for example, just to backtrack, watching the Bucs game last week. When the Bucs played the who did they play last week? Bucs played the who they play last week? But they couldn't stop anybody. I forgot who they played.
I should know this because 49ers.
49ers, yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah, brain fart.
I had them for defense and fantasy. I should have known that.
I personally thought the Bucs were gonna win the game. I thought the Bucs were gonna win the game because of better defense. And I'm not a real big Brady fan. I like Brady, but I'm not really a Brady fan. And it's true. For you to expect an offense to score every possession, or offense to score every possession when you're not stopping anybody, that's tough. I mean, that's tough. I mean, you have to literally play a perfect game. There's no punts going on. There's no turnovers that's being forced. There's nothing. I think it's tough. So, watching, Kirk Cousins, a couple of days ago, they weren't getting no stops. So, yeah, I mean, the offense was stale, stagnant, but we need some sort of momentum shift. We need something that at least, let's get a punt. Let's get a 3 and out. Let's get something to, help the, get us better field position. So I wouldn't say Kirk Cousins is the problem right now. I mean, the team is 11-4 or 11-3, I believe. So I wouldn't say Cousins is the problem. Now, if the defense is getting stops in the playoffs and he's not moving the ball, then it's on him. But if it's vice versa, then you can't blame him now.
Okay. So as long as the defense is lackluster, you can't blame Kirk Cousins. I I hear that. I hear that. I also hear too that someone's gonna make the argument, oh, well, the defense was on the field too long. That maybe they're tired. Like maybe that spark should have been Kirk Cousins. I hear that point too. It'll be interesting to see what really needs to change, like what needs to turn around, because maybe the defense isn't motivated. Oh no, it can't be that, because the offense is solid. Maybe it was just that game. Maybe I don't know. I know the defense needs some improvement though, so maybe a season or two with an improved defense, we can see what Kirk Cousins can actually do. But he has not been that well in prime time, so we'll see how that shakes. But we will see how that shakes out though. So, but Byron, I greatly appreciate you coming on the show, my boy. We will definitely do this again. He was out and about coaching and whatnot, so we making sure that we bring you back on, because football season's ramping. Well, I guess ending in a little while, so make sure we covering up some of the NFL. But before we go, you got anything you want to say?
Nah, man. Just everybody have a blessed holiday. Be safe. Be responsible. What you do, how you do it. That's it. Definitely good being here. Look forward to talking more about the holiday games that come. That NBA Christmas is always one of my favorite times. So definitely enjoy NBA Christmas. Y'all have a happy holidays, a blessed holidays, and see y'all soon. Appreciate the invite.
Definitely. Well, I'm not even gonna try to follow that. I get everything he said. Hope y'all have a good one though. Greatly appreciate that, Byron, and everyone have a happy holidays. Tune in next time. See y'all. I appreciate you, my boy.
I did not know you guys were still here. As you can see, we're at the back end of the show. No pun intended, but look, hope you all enjoyed it. And before you go, please subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow the IG account, share the content to anybody who's anybody. And most importantly, leave your thoughts and comments below. But I got to go back and play Buddy in 2K, so let me unmute him real quick. Excuse me. Hey, boss, I'm back. Nah, you better catch this word. We get buckets around here, kid.